Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. And out of these choices, I don't think I played Hunter in a while. I'm probably going to cool it a little bit on the super basicness of the going through the deck list. Okay, what do we have? We have Crappy Blood of the Crappy Ancient One. It's a 9/9 for 9. His ability will never come up. Unless I happen to have him and the Faceless Manipulator together. They're in the same row, so I can only pick one, so no. Faceless is pretty good, despite his 3/3 stats only ever come up if, like, something weird plays him directly from your deck, because his battle cry is just copy another minion. So if there's Blood of the Ancient One out, I can play him, copy it, and then at the end of the turn, their ability will trigger. At the end of the turn, they'll merge into the Ancient One, be 30/30, and get assassinated. Faceless Shambler is a different way of copying things. He's 4 mana for a copy of a friendly minion with taunt. So if I had Blood of the Ancient One out, I could play him and get a 9/9 taunt for 4. Be okay, but it's only friendly minions. I don't find it very good at all. Faceless Manipulator is excellent. Oh yeah, I'm a hunter. I should probably take the Scavenging Hyena. These guys are both okay, but they're not like they can both be pretty threatening in their own way. But Hyena is much better synergy with being a hunter. Okay, I can take the Web Spinner, which is a beast. Being a beast is very good for a hunter. Because, for example, if it dies when the Hyena is out, Hyena gets big. But and I mean its Death Rattle gives me a random beast in my hand, which is amazing. That's very good value. But I really like the Tide Hunter. Gives me 2 guys in play right now. One of them is Taunt. One's a Murloc, but I don't care about Murlocs. The Buzzard is so expensive, it's not good anymore. But I hate both of these guys, especially him. He's garbage. He's just not great. This is also not great, but it's a hunter, it's a beast, whatever. This guy is pretty weak 1/1 in my opinion. 1/1 for 1. When he dies, he gives a random friendly minion +1/+1. So his ability only even helps you if you have another thing alive when he dies. It's hard to make that work. This guy's not great. This thing is not taunt like he is, and doesn't have the enrage to get big attacks, but it is a beast, and 2/5 played on turn 3 fights pretty well, actually. This guy gives you a lot of stats on the board, although they're broken up in a kind of inconvenient way. This thing would give me a 1/1 every time I shoot someone for 2 damage with my hero ability. That's pretty good. This guy is, I think, a very good 1-cost minion. Taunt is a surprisingly good ability on a guy who costs 1 and has decent stats. And he's got pretty decent stats, but we're going to go with the Silverhand reason, I think. This guy costs a little more, 3/1, but stealth. He has a good chance of living long enough to hit an enemy. I mean, he's only going to get killed by random damage or area damage. The Novice Engineer was, when the game originally came out in beta and stuff, this was a 1/2, and she was actually pretty good because you could survive stuff, but at 1/1, she really does nothing for you other than get you another card faster. This is the arena, a lot of my cards aren't that great. This guy is big and taunty, but we're going to take the Worgen. He seems more useful. I hope to get some better big minions. Fairy Dragon is a pretty good weenie. I hate Mad Bomber because he's random. She does a lot of damage. She just can't fight well against other minions of similar casting costs. We're going to take the Dragon. Fairy Dragon. Lance Carrier gives a permanent +2 attack to a friendly minion, which usually is the same as a temporary +2, because usually you're going to give it to something small and then trade it to kill something. But I don't know, this is pretty solid. The Gnomish Inventor giving you a card right away is solid, but I'm going to take the Lance Carrier. I think it's a little bit rushy so far. Oh, this is going to be a tricky row. The Crazed Alchemist, I like. He's just very flexible. 2/2 for 2, little weak on the stats, but his ability comes, there's so many places. Like, it's just a really odd thing to be able to do, and there are so many times when that just turning a 3/2 into a 2/3 can make all the difference. And you can do a lot crazier things. This guy's often a 3/6. You could turn him into a 6/3 and then blow up for 3 damage. Or you know, if he's mine, he's a 3/6, he protects me or something, and then I switch him around to hit my opponent for 6. That's good stuff. So this guy, again, yeah. If as long as I have 1 beast out, he's a perfectly okay deal. A 3/6 taunt beast for 5. The beast being worth an extra point, kind of, compared to neutral minions. If I have more than 1 beast when I play him, then he's actually good for his cost. So I'll probably end up taking him. Infest is really weird, though. Just gives all of my minions Death Rattle, like, add a random beast in my hand. It's like the Spider. So, unlike the Spider, I'm spending a card and getting 0 cards back from itself, right? The spider just gives you a 1/1 though. If I have 2 minions in play, this is kind of like a weird arcane intellect. Like when those 2 guys die, unless they get silenced or something first, but when those 2 guys die, they will each give me a random beast. If I have 3 or more minions out, then this is actually netting quite a good profit. Although there might take time before they die, it's hard to tell. Like, it's strong, but it relies on you having stuff alive on the board, and that's more likely to happen in the arena, but I still really worry about it. King of Beasts would be a decent size, and he's another beast for things that go off beasts. I think I'm going to take the Infest, though. It is also giving me beasts, so... this is a beast. It's really expensive. Like, for 1 mana more than the Harpy, he has just 1 more attack, which is more damage he can do, and he is a beast. But, this guy's a beast. I have a lot of small stuff already, though. I think I'm just going to take Fatso here. He's just fat. I'd rather have him be super tough, though, compared to this thing, which this can do 10 damage, but only has 5 hit points. I think I'd rather have the 6/10. Archer, 2/1 for 1, it's solid, and then later in the game, if you've managed to dump your hand, then you play her, and then you use your hero ability, and it does 4 damage to the enemy hero instead of 2, which is pretty sweet. Doesn't come up too often, mostly she's just a 2/1 for 1, but I like that possibility. Hunters can get secrets, so Mad Scientist, if I had 1 or 2 secrets in here, Mad Scientist is amazing. Freshman's Vendor helps both players, I hate him. Especially since as a hunter, I'm probably going to do more damage fast, like, yeah. I should probably take the Mad Scientist. I don't have any secrets yet. I might not get any secrets. There are only so many of them, but I'm going to take that over the Brave Archer, because Brave Archer's not super strong. Okay, Wolf Rider is good because you just pay 3 mana, he can come out and kill something. With the off chance that you didn't need him for that, you could just do damage to your opponent and he'd still be alive. I like the Bear Trap, though, and I just said I want a secret, and I want to have about 2 secrets in this deck so that there's a good chance I'll get one for free when my Mad Scientist dies. Bear Trap is like a cheap 3/3 taunt, who's also a bear, so that's good. Another Wolf Rider with Glaive Zuka is awesome, because it's a cheap weapon. It only does 2 damage, but early in the game that can probably kill 2 things. Later in the game and finish off something, and the random +1 attack it gives to a minion immediately is also good. I'm going to have lots of beasts, so this is probably an 8/8 taunt for 8, which is actually quite good. The Owl is also a beast, and silencing things is really good. I think we're going to go for the Fat, though. I'll make sure I have some. Okay, Ancient Mage, that's interesting. I mean, he can give you up to 2 spell damage if you have the minions out. And I mean, 2 spell damage with Power Shot would be amazing. Deal 4 damage to a minion and both minions next to it, that's craziness. The Explorer's Hat could be very efficient in the arena. Like, it's slow. You're spending a bunch of mana, so you're going slower. But if things drag on, then just having this extra bit of bonus all the time is pretty good. I don't know. You have to play that a lot of times for it to pay off, and that's a lot of mana, though. Power Shot is going to do more damage than that. Eliminate threats pretty well. We better take the Power Shot. Buzzard is too expensive. Tentacle is It's better than that Death Rattle +1/+1 guy, but because you know what this is going to do. It's going to do something useful. Usually, it might hurt your own guys, but you know what it's for. We're going to take the Hunter's Mark, though. Even though it used to cost 0 and it was amazing at 0, it's still pretty amazing at 1. It's not as cool. Jouster, I hate him. Anti-Healbot would help me stay alive in a later game if it comes to that. He's a mech, but I'm not going to have mech stuff, it looks like. Unleash the Hounds, I think we're going to take that, though. It's good for fighting enemy army, and it can combo with other things like the Infest, or the Hyena, or lots of things. Here's Crap Guy again. This is another secret. It's not... For some reason, I always think of it wrong. I don't know why. It just gets in my head that it's going to do 5 damage to a random enemy. To a minion. And I will always think about it in, like, the wrong way. I'll always think, okay, well, if my opponent uses his hero power, it'll kill his minion, and it does 5 damage to him, and it doesn't help me. Or I'm, like, hoping it'll do 5 damage to them, and then it does 5 damage to some crap minion that dies. Still, most people are going to use their hero power at some point in the game, especially before they know you're playing with dart traps. And that 5 damage, if that's 5 damage to a minion, it'll probably kill the minion. There's 5 damage to your opponent. That's a lot of damage. So it's pretty good. On the other hand, the quick shot can kill minions. It's much more controlled. The fact that I can draw a card when my hand is empty is probably not going to come up. As much as having another secret in here would be good for the scientist, I think it's more important to have the ability to kill things. So we'll take the quick shot. Bestial Wrath. Give a friendly beast +2 attack and immune for the turn. That is pretty okay in the arena. I'm going to have a lot of beasts. +2 attack, you can probably kill something, and your beast survives because it's immune. And then this guy is pretty interesting. Like, you don't want to pay 4 mana for a 1/1, but when he dies, you're getting a 5/5. That's a fair amount of stats and stuff that you got for that. On the other hand, Recombobulator is pretty handy. Recombobulate my buzzard into something that doesn't suck. Or after the carrion grub's all beat up, after taking a bunch of damage, so like a 2/2 or something, just turn it into a better 3-cost minion, hopefully. I'm going to have mostly inexpensive guys, though. I don't think I'll get much out of the Recombobulator. Twilight Summoner versus the Bestial Wrath, though. That is... I guess I should take him because he's new and interesting. The Bestial Wrath is rarely used, and pretty interesting, though. That ability to hit something with a beast, have the beast survive. I should have beasts, usually. Let's take this guy. He's weird and annoying. It's fine. Evolves Kobold. If I had more damaging spells, he'd be pretty good. Well, I have a couple. I've got the quick shot, so yeah, I could quick shot for 5 with him out. Or I could power shot for, again, 4 damage, which would be amazing, but it's not really that likely I'm going to get him working. And Flesh-Eating Ghoul, not that excited. I don't have that much taunt. The Fen Creeper would be good. Oh, I didn't even take the Lion. So yeah, having some taunt would probably be a good idea. And I don't have that many damage spells. I could get more damage spells, but these are 2 excellent beasts. This is one of the best 1-cost minions in the game, for sure. There's 2/1 and a beast, and when he dies, he does 1 damage to something random. So he might kill a 2/3, or he might kill another 1 hit point minion out there. It's hard to compare him. Like, the Direwolf Alpha is excellent, too. You get so much value out of this. I don't like 1-cost guys so much, but he is so good as a 1-cost guy that, like, I would take him over the Arcane Shot, probably. Since I already have a couple things for doing that. I don't have any 1s. I have a lot of 2s, eh? A lot of 2-cost minions. But on the other hand, he's still stronger a lot of the time. I'm going to take the Direwolf. Whatever. I like the wolf. Another Glaive Zuka could be good. You can have 2 weapons in your deck. They're very unlikely to conflict. Like, it's bad if you have too many weapons and you have, like, a weapon out and you draw another weapon and maybe another one. And you're like, they're clogging up your hand because you can't use them all. You only have 1 on there at a time. But Glaive Zuka is pretty good. On the other hand, I said I wanted more taunt. This guy is taunt and he's aggressive, and I have hardly anything that costs 4, so I might as well even out my casting cost curve a little bit. You are horrible. You're just like that last guy, but you cost 1 more for no value. You are potentially dangerous if you get going. I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm taking another Micro Machine, another 2-cost guy. Corrupted Healbot is so fat, but I think I'm going to be rushing down my opponent. He's more of a control-y sort of guy, if you're trying to clear the board with your things. Him dying and healing my opponent for 8 will probably mess me up. The Alchemist is excellent, but I'm going to go for the Bomb Lobber, because he usually kills something when he comes to play. Cultmaster can draw you a lot of cards. Hunter's Mark lets you kill something big with something small, which is awesome. And the Web Spinner would be pretty good synergy with the rest of my deck. As much as I don't like them for whatever reasons, it does give you a card. That's pretty friggin' excellent. Cultmaster, I've got a lot of 2-cost guys, but I'm worried about just keep getting blown up all the time. I won't be able to establish a beachhead for him. I have a ton of 2-cost guys. I should really take the Cultmaster and just hope it works out. You could hurt my other guys. You are okay, but I'm not short of 2-cost guys. He is a beast. Like, in this deck, he would actually be good. But we're going to take the Bog Creeper, because he's a gigantic taunt thing to help me win the game. I don't have that much 3-cost stuff, and this guy's pretty good. This guy is actually also excellent, but 3/4 for 3, he would give me some variety in my hand if I needed something with more staying power. I could take a multi-shot, Try and do more blowing up of enemy minions. I don't like it anywhere near... Like, Power Shot is so much better than this most of the time. This does technically do more damage to 2 enemies. Power Shot can hit up to 3, and you can only do this if there are at least 2 enemies. And if there are more than 2 enemies, then it's random. Power Shot goes where you want. If there's only 1 enemy, you can still Power Shot him if you have to. It's just better. This guy, if I shoot, he gets Wind Fury. He's pretty aggressive and good at hitting my opponent, actually. There's a lot of aggro. This guy could boost my damage spells, and I do have several. It's not great for the casting custom. Let's take the Dragonhawk Rider. It's different. And our final card is... Wow. So we can make my Glaive Zuka, that I have 1 of, cost 2 less. Whoop-de-doo. Her stats are not good. And the Angry Chicken. So it looks like Ball of Spiders again. I passed up all those spiders. They all came back in a ball. Last time in the arena, I had a Hunter. It actually worked. The Ball of Spiders won me some games with the vast amount of card advantage you get. It's 6 mana for 3 1/1s and 3 more beasts that are random, that come later as your 1/1s die, but 3 1/1s and draw 3 random beasts. Ish. You get a lot of stuff for it, and in a game where it's slowed down or where it's kind of stalematy, it can definitely turn things to your advantage. So.
Rexa versus Leandrin.
I think Leandrin's the one you get just from like playing a bunch of World of Warcraft. So it's not quite as scary as when someone actually paid money for like the hero that they wanted. I definitely don't want you in my starting hand. These 2 guys are great though. He can survive long enough for the armor unit to arrive. Usually. Got other 2s as well. I can coin one out. Oh, this thing is so awesome. Do I want to put that out first or one of the other ones, though? Because this one comes with a taunt, which is pretty awesome. My opponent could just make a 1/1 and find it. Yeah. No, let's play this guy. Because if she doesn't have something to kill him right now, there is not much the Paladin is going to have. I don't know how high a priority that gain 2 attack and heal for 4 card is.
It's time for a little
Okay, see, he's going to be big enough to kill that if I want. Or I could just quick shot. I think I should just quick shot that guy and go for more beatdown with this. And then I can play him to give a taunt and protect it. And I could get some serious value out of Mickey Mouse here. If she doesn't find a way to get rid of him. She could have a weapon for 3. Spider tank. I can kill the spider tank with him. Probably won't. Play that. That's pretty good for. But I want to play the one that, even though I could play my own spider tank, which would be pretty good. I'm gonna hit my opponent for 5 anyway. If I play the spider tank. If she has a way to give this a bubble, though, that would be really annoying. Let's just do this. More horrendous beatings. Next turn would be 7 if for some reason that doesn't die. Now I'm probably going to get consecrated and then I'll be sad. 2 silver champion. Okay, still kind of sad, but you still have to take damage to kill that guy. Sword's pretty effective, but I did a lot of damage with that. I've still got lots of cards. I can Hunter's Mark and kill that thing. Is it worth it? No, because I'm just going to get mauled by that. I think we're just going to play more guys. One untargetable. It's untargetable by ability, so you can still sword it. And I've got one who's stealth, which is also pretty untargetable, except it's still targetable by me. No, that's terrible! Oh my god! Okay, that could have been so much worse. If he had just killed one other guy, that would have been apocalyptic. That would have been his dream scenario. Fortunately, it didn't happen, but like, phew. That was scary. This works out really well. Mine's random too, but he only hits an enemy minion, and there's only one. Take 4 damage. This guy I like. That guy, even though he has more stats, and does more random damage, is crap. That's big. We're going to have to do something about that. We're going to have to copy it, then mark it, then murder it. Next turn I play her. I wanted to play her that turn, but that was too good, the copying. I play her, start shooting and getting 1/1s. is the plan. That thing's big.
What you
I
want?
can't take him out alone. Oh, that's going to interfere with this guy, and then that'll be big enough to take him out, so that's annoying. So I might want to just play the taunt to protect him. Means I'm still not getting out my, like, 1/1s, but, like, that is not going to be a very efficient turn. I am much better at putting him out. I'm kind of running out of steam. She'll help a little bit if she doesn't die right away, but I don't know. That stupid 2/2 taunt orc is a terrible, terrible card, but he's demonstrating why late in the game even a small taunt can be of value. That is a less small taunt. Of course, that is really good for my opponent right now because I'm rushing her down, not the other way around. Okay. Well, we're going to play this.
Well met.
I'm going to shoot you and get a 1/1.
Reporting for duty.
Now, I could hit for 9 and still play him or him, actually. I'll play the one that gives me the secret. Hit for 9, you'd be at 3. And you still have to get through both of these guys. Now, you could just go, you'd use the mech to kill my taunt, and it would survive. Use the cat to kill my big guy. And your 2/3 would still be a taunt in my way, so I wouldn't be able to finish it. No, I'm better off doing this. Get rid of that sucker. Get you there. Now, which one of these is really better off? Because the secret is the taunt bear. That's only going to trigger if my opponent hits me. I don't have another secret. You know what? This is not going to help that much, because my opponent's not going to be attacking me in the face. She's going to be preoccupied with killing my guys. So I should actually play the thing that is not giving me the secret. The secret won't help anytime soon. Unless she clears the entire board, in which case I'm going to be pretty screwed, and then I'm going to be happy that I have him to pop out that secret. I'm going to lose a lot of stuff right now. And that guy is big enough to just stop me from getting through. So, ouch. That will help. As you lose.
The battle.
Yeah, she did the math. The 1/1 I had, plus the 4 hounds, killed the taunt, and then I had 6 damage worth of minions, plus I could shoot her for 2 as well. Alright. Hunter rush down obnoxious power that, like, Microbot has already paid off. Whatever I didn't take in favor of him, I now look kind of smart. But we'll see if it continues to seem like the smart moves next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.